right, welcome everybody. Raul Luna here. Welcome to Luna Fires episode 131. Can you believe it? Hey, from Dallas, Texas. We're actually here in Dallas. So you will see obviously that my background is very different. That's because I'm not in my studio. But anyways, welcome Instagram, welcome YouTube, and welcome Facebook. So we're going to be traveling, for the next, 4 or 5 days actually. So you will see different backgrounds as we're going to be obviously in different places. But anyways, today I want to jump in right away. Congratulations for making the space, for making the time to be here with me today. And I'm going to be talking to you about how to make money from strangers, okay, in the real estate world. And the interesting thing is I'm going to give you exactly what I did on my second decade as a real estate investor. And it was something very simple, but yet very powerful. The way to make money from strangers. And by the way, before we even get into it, I want you to know and understand the following points. Number one, everything that you want, listen to this, everything that you want, a stranger has it. Okay, so the dilapidated house that you want to buy, or the property that has value that you want to purchase, a stranger has it. The real estate agent that you want to work with, that it's a real estate investor friendly, guess what? It's a stranger. From the seller that you're looking for, the buyers that you're looking for, they're all strangers. And the reality is this. When I was a kid, I remember my mom telling me that to be careful with strangers, not to accept any candy from strangers and things like that. And I was conditioned that strangers were not a good thing. And yet, in my adult life, I realized that if I don't meet many strangers, I'm not going to have the opportunity to create them as a contact, and those contacts as relationships. So the key element here is something very, very powerful. But don't let the simplicity fool you in thinking that it doesn't work, because it works. It worked for me, and I know it has worked for many, and it could work for you as well, depending on how is it that you're going to implement it and how is it that you're going to put it to work. But I'll give you, a 50,000 foot view, of what it is. Okay. So in my second decade, I started broke. Overly broke, since I had lost everything. What we did is we started going to certain meetings, real estate meetings, as well as masterminds, and as well as chamber of commerce, different chamber of commerce on different cities. That had nothing to do even with real estate. And it was interesting because there's 3 key things that you got to do, if you really want to make money from strangers. Key number 1. You got to make sure that you surround yourself in environments where there is strangers with capital, and you got to make them money first. Listen to what I'm saying. You got to be surrounded in an environment that there is, many strangers with capital. But rule number 1, you got to make them money first. And I'll tell you in a moment how. Rule number 2 is that you are going to, add value to them. Okay. That's rule number 2. And rule number 3, you got to develop the ability to buy real estate at a, discounted price, or at a discounted, in this case, value. You got to have great, amazing opportunities. If you don't have great, amazing opportunities, you know what? You could be surrounded with a lot of people or a lot of folks with money, but if you cannot prove that it's a phenomenal deal, nothing's going to happen. So those are the 3 things that you got to make sure. Okay. Once again, number 1, you got to make money first. Number 2, you got to add value to their lives. Number 3, you got to have the ability to buy real estate at a discounted price. Okay. So let me show you, one particular time that I did it when I was first starting in my second decade. I remember being in this meeting where I was given about 30 to 45 seconds to just basically raise my hand and share a little bit about what I needed at the time. Right. And it was interesting. It was very powerful because, at the time I said, hey, my name is Raul Luna. I got a property under contract that is worth about $820,000. I got it under contract for $575,000, Union City, California. And I will never forget, I said, if anybody's interested on lending me money, it was on a via loan, lending me money, on a property like this, let me know. And it was interesting because I do this on masterminds and I do them also in, private groups. And it was powerful because many people came to me after I raised my hand. And who would have thought that now those people that were strangers at one point has done a lot of business with me, and they've made a lot of money too. So that's why I say you got to have the ability to buy properties at numbers that truly, honestly make sense. Okay. Number two, you got to add value. In other words, how do you add value? I taught them exactly how I buy my deals so that they know that I'm not just, anybody, that I'm not just anyone just sharing, yeah, I can do this and I can do that and not never do it. All right. And then the third is obviously I got to make a money. If you make money, that's how you're going to get loans from strangers. But once again, you got to build first. You got to be surrounded with the right environment. Second, you got to obviously do the approach, do the contact, get the contact. And then third, you got to build the trust, the relationship. So just simple terms, you got to have the right environment, do the contact, go for the relationship. And then, easily you got to make sure that you make money, add them value, and they want to know if you truly the real deal. In other words, do you buy real estate that makes sense, that it's a freaking awesome real estate deal? Many people that can't, raise money as loans, as a private loan, is because the deal doesn't make any sense. I've seen it over and over and over. The deal is so skinny that there's no money to be made. So bottom line, that's how you do it, and ever since we did that, especially on the masterminds and on Chamber of Commerce, and I love it because Chamber of Commerce, I love it in a way where it doesn't relate to real estate, because many people that already are doing real estate, oftentimes, if they already know how to invest, they may want to put their money to invest on their own deals. So anyways, masterminds, Chamber of Commerce, and meetings, meetups or things like that. So go ahead and put it into practice. Congratulations for being here with me today. Leave me a message down below. Go ahead and like it and share this video if actually the information that I share with you makes sense and it's of value to you. All right. So virtual hug from wherever you are. And always remember that there's always a better way. There's always more. And at the end, it truly only depends on you. See you next time. Thank you.